Hello and welcome back to Miniature Wargaming Warriors. My name is Ken and you join me on this first video and first journey into Epic Battle's the Waterloo campaign. So today I'm going to be taking a look at the French Sprues. So I'm going to be looking at the infantry, light cavalry and the heavy cavalry sprues from Warlord Games as well as their flag sheet. So quick disclaimer here, Warlord Games have sent me the infantry sprue, they have sent me the light infantry sprue and the flag sheets, and my friend has sent me the heavy cavalry sprue. So all the opinions you're going to hear in this are my own. I haven't been influenced by Warlord in any way possible. They haven't asked me for a review of this. They've just sent me these just to have a look over and see what I think. So first thing we're going to take a look at is the flag sheet, and then we'll take a look at the sprues. So what we've got here is, I think, a really good quality flag sheet in regards to the amount of flags you get on here included in the box of like the brigade boxes. So what we have here is we've got all the line here. So we've got the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 10th, 19th, 21st, 25th, 28th, 45th, 49th, 54th, 55th, 85th, 95th and 105th line. You've also then, from left to right just here, you've got the 2nd Battalion Fanions, the 3rd of the red, the 4th being the blue and the 5th being the green. Underneath the actual line just here, you have the middle guard. So you've got the Grenadiers on the top there, and then you've got the Chasseurs just underneath. Moving across just here, you've got the Old Guard Grenadiers. Then next to those, you've got the Young Guard, which is a really nice thing to see, the Voltigeurs. And then you've got the Young Guard Taliers. It's a really hard word to pronounce. I'm not very good at it. Apologies for that. I've probably butchered it. And then on this side here, you've got the light infantry. So you've got the 1st, the 2nd, the 4th, the 5th, the 8th, the 9th, the 11th, the 13th, 14th, and 15th. And then you've also got the French cavalry stuff. So you've got the Chasseurs, Chevals, the Cuirassiers. And you've got the Lancers, Dragoons, Hussars, and the Carabiniers. And then on this side here, you've got the Swiss just down the bottom there, if people are wondering what that is. And you've also got the Chasseurs for the Old Guard as well, which is absolutely awesome. And I think for the value on this sheet is really, really good. If you're wondering, it's a little bit shiny. Don't panic. This is a printed out copy from a printer that Warlord have sent me, because the actual flag sheets are going to be actual proper press printed, and they're going to have more of a matte finish. So don't worry about that. They didn't have any at the time, so they had to print this out for me and send it, which is absolutely fine. I think it's great value, because some flags, you know, you could get 4 here from GMB and they're like £3.50. So I think it's really good value and it's not to be snooted up at. Very, very happy with that. I'm very impressed. Right. So before we get onto the sprues, my friend Stuart over at Miniature Realms is doing exactly the same video as this, but for the British. So he's doing his own take on it. He's just going to talk about the sprues and his thoughts of the sprues for the British. He's been sent some as well. So after you've seen this video, be sure to check out his video. It should hopefully pop up in the corner, or it's in the description just below. So first sprue we're going to look at, because most people have seen it, is this one just here. And that is the French Heavy Cavalry. So, what do we get? Right at the top just here, you can see we've got French Heavy Cavalry, and you've got the Cuirassier just at the top here. So you've got 8 of these guys, looking absolutely awesome per sprue. Out of all the sprues, the French Heavy Cavalry sprue, I'll just move that out of the way, is probably, I like it. Some people have said it's a bit basic, but I think for what it is, I do quite enjoy it. It's probably my least favourite out of all 3. Let's just say that. And once these are sprayed up in grey, you do get a bit more detail on them. But I have left this one in blue because that's how it's came to me. And it's not what I'm going to be painting up first. So the other sprues, when they're done, will be in blue as well. So Warlord have said they want the French stuff to be in blue and the British stuff to be in red. I don't know what colour they're going to do the Prussians. Maybe black. I'm not too sure. Or a different shade of blue, just for ease. It's just so if you don't want to paint these models, you don't have to. You could just play blue versus red. So yeah, I think those guys are pretty good. And yeah, I quite like them. you know, they are what they are. I think the horses are really nicely done. I like like the size of the horses, and obviously it's all in plastic. Then you've got the carabiniers that are the guys with the carbines just here, so they would shoot off horseback and take out the enemy like that. These guys are really nice as well. Different sculpts again, and horses are all different, which is really, really nice. Flipping the sprue around, so the same side just here, you can see we've got cannon just here. Again, very nice cannon, different to the British cannons. And yeah, you've got the Dragoons just on the top just here. And they're looking awesome. I quite like the Dragoons. I've never painted any Dragoons, so I'm quite excited to do those, to be fair. And I will just flip it over for you now. Just on the other side. So if you're wondering what the other side of the sprue looks like, it's just there. And make sure you feel free to pause and take a good look. I'm sure most people have probably seen this sprue anyway already. So yes, that is the French Heavy Cavalry Sprue, and I will be doing painting guides and tutorials for most of these figures, especially the infantry. So moving on to the Light Cavalry Sprue, what do you get? This is one of my favourite sprues out of the three, and what I really like is the hussars. So you get 6 hussars on here. You can see them just here. All different poses again, all in the charge pose. I think looks really cool. You get your cannon just there, and yeah, I think these hussars are actually really nice, and I'm actually looking forward to painting hussars. Who could possibly say that? So that is the rear for those guys just there, and rear for the cannon. If people want to pause the video and take a look, and just so you know, this sprue, yes, it is in grey, but when it goes into production, it will be in blue. This is a pre-production sprue, okay? Right, next, we'll do this in kind of a two-way sort of thing. So we'll keep it on this side. So this side, you can see some lancers. And this side, you can see some chasseurs cheval, okay? And what's really cool about this is if, for example, Warlord don't bring out Old Guard cheval, you know, they don't bring out the Guard version of chasseurs cheval, okay? What you could do is we know that they're going to bring out Old Guard in plastic. You could just do a couple of head swaps, and then you've got, you know, Garde cheval, and that's pretty cool. I'm quite excited about that, the possibilities of a bit of kit bashing. But the sculpts themselves I'm really impressed with. I really like the poses, and again, I really like the horses. I think the horses look incredible. Really think they're awesome. There's not a huge amount of mold lines. You've got the mold line that follows the model round, so it looks like they're split in 2, so they're not too bad. But I do really like some of these lancer poses, and again, I believe they're the Polish lancers that are done. So you could do you know, or just lance in general. Again, the kit bashing potential maybe in the future, or a bit of sculpting to possibly do some Dutch lancers, for example, would be quite cool. So I'm just going to flip this sprue around again so you can see these other poses. You've got more lancers just here, and you've got more chasseurs cheval just there, and that's a really nice pose. I like that pose quite a lot, and quite like that pose as well. And yeah, I think this sprue is actually really nice. Really enjoying it. Just for the back, just so you guys can see. And you know, I think they've done a really good job. It's not perfect. Not everyone's going to think everything's perfect, but I think personally it's a really good job they've done. So that's the Light Cavalry Sprue. Right. So the bread and butter, the infantry. Again, this sprue would be in blue, so I shall show you one just here. Grab it. So there's a blue one. Okay, you can't see the detail as well on the blue, so that's why I've sprayed these grey, because I wanted to be fair and show off some of the details. So what do we have with this French sprue? So looking here, we've got some greatcoats. Okay, then we've got some more greatcoats. This side, we've got battle dress or campaign. And again, same there. So there's a mixture of greatcoats and normal uniform, which again, awesome, because the variety's there. Not every stand's going to look the same, so you can mix and match. I really like these. I'm not going to lie. I really like these. Yes, they're all in like a march pose, and there's no attack pose, but at the end of the day, at this scale, where they're all close together like this, I think it works really, really well. So moving a bit further down, you've got the command just here. And obviously, there's different things you can do with this. Obviously, they've all got the eagle. So only the 1st battalions would carry the eagle. So you'd have to chop that off, obviously, if you want to do the 2nd, 3rd, 4th or 5th battalion. But the option, again, is there. More greatcoats. But one really cool thing for this, and if you're not going to play Waterloo, fine. What you could do is you could paint these guys up as Italians if you really wanted to. So anything French, you've got the German states as well, and they would all work. So if you did want to use these guys in the future, if you wanted to do like a peninsula, get some Italians on the go, or you wanted to do, the Italian campaign, there's no reason you can't. So just show you the other side here. Really, really nice. I think what I like about it is I think it's going to be quite simplistic to paint. And again, there's going to be tutorials for all these and a lot more on the channel in the future. So keep an eye out and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out. Cannon, again, it's a bit harder with the old for the head swaps on this, and the French Sprue's not too bad because I can do a bit of mixing about like the ACW was. So I could cut one of these guys off if I wanted to, or swap them around. A little bit trickier with the guys right next to the wheel there. But I could always change it about. At this scale, are you really that bothered? Some people might be. They might want a little bit of variety, which is absolutely fine. And again, here's the officer with his, he's got his bicorn on here, so he's a brigade commander. One really nice little influence for the French is the skirmishers. So you've got the voltigeurs here. Different type of headgear on all of them as well. So you've got some of the short plumes, some of the really long plumes. You've got crouching, you've got standing, you've got reloading, you've got firing pose. And you will end up with 3 of these sprues in the battalion box. So I will just flip this over for you guys because I want you to be able to really enjoy this and make the most of it and see what is actually going on. So here's the rear, all the backpacks, and yeah. I think this is going to be a really, really fun challenge, and I'm really looking forward to getting these painted up. So this video, it's rattled on for about 15 minutes now. Wow, it's gone really quick. And yeah, just keep an eye out. Just keep an eye out. It's not going to be long before I start getting the painting guides up. Stuart, again, just to mention him, he's going to be doing the British, so make sure you subscribe over at his channel. But guys, what do you all think of all this? Do you like these French? Do you like the sprue? Do you not like the sprue? Why don't you tell me in the comment section below and let me know what you think, and have a chat with everybody else. But what I think Warlord Games have done is quite remarkable, really. It's plastic. A lot of people are saying yes, there's metal already. Yep, there are metal manufacturers out there, but I'm the sort of gamer that really likes plastic, and I think they're good value for what they are. And I'm going to be picking up 2 boxes from, well, I've already pre-ordered 2 boxes from a third-party retailer already, 1 British starter and 1 French starter, and I'll be doing both armies, and I'm really, really looking forward to getting some done. But, guys, once again, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again very soon, and bye-bye for now.